A vacuum tube radio is a radio receiver that uses vacuum tubes to amplify and demodulate radio signals. Vacuum tubes were the primary electronic devices used in radios and other electronic equipment before the invention of the transistor in the late 1940s. A vacuum tube radio typically consists of the following components: antenna. The antenna receives radio waves from the air. Tuning circuit. The tuning circuit selects the desired radio frequency. RF amplifier. The RF amplifier amplifies the radio signal. Mixer. The mixer combines the radio signal with the signal from a local oscillator to produce an intermediate frequency, if, signal. If amplifier. The if amplifier amplifies the if signal. Detector. The detector demodulates the if signal, converting it to an audio signal. Audio amplifier. The audio amplifier amplifies the audio signal so that it can be heard through the speaker. Speaker. The speaker converts the audio signal into sound waves. Here is a simplified explanation of how a vacuum tube radio works. The antenna receives radio waves from the air. The tuning circuit selects the desired radio frequency. The RF amplifier amplifies the radio signal. The mixer combines the radio signal with the signal from a local oscillator to produce an intermediate frequency, if, signal. The if amplifier amplifies the if signal. The detector demodulates the if signal, converting it to an audio signal. The audio amplifier amplifies the audio signal so that it can be heard through the speaker. The speaker converts the audio signal into sound waves. Vacuum tube radios are not as sensitive or efficient as modern radios that use transistors, but they still produce a warm, rich sound that many people prefer. Vacuum tube radios are also popular with collectors and audiophiles. Here are some of the advantages and disadvantages of vacuum tube radios. Advantages: warm, rich sound. Popular with collectors and audiophiles. Durable and reliable. Disadvantages: not as sensitive or efficient as modern radios. Can be expensive to purchase and maintain. They generate a fair bit of heat. If you are interested in learning more about vacuum tube radios, there are many resources available online and in libraries. You can also find vacuum tube radios at many antique stores and electronics stores. Vacuum tube radios can be purchased today, however, since they are so old, you may have to resolder some things, replace worn out or degraded capacitors, and most notably, you will have to replace the valves, or vacuum tubes, as they are the heart and blood of a valve radio. Without them, a vacuum tube radio simply won't work. You can buy tube testers to see if the tubes are faulty or need replacing. Rarely do you have to replace resistors or capacitors on vacuum tube radios, however, the natural state of the aging process will wear things out, even if they are not being used. So if you decide to buy a valve/vacuum tube radio, you might want to have some tools on hand, and you may want to do some research or read up about vacuum tube radios, so you can be informed about them.